Music is magic, it can give you a lot of power, it can change the mood, and it's special. That song, still, when I listen to it nowadays, like, I'm in the car, like, vibing with it. Hey guys, my name is Rauw Alejandro, and if there's a movie about my life, I think the soundtrack will sound like this. I'm from Carolina, Puerto Rico, where all the reggaeton stars came from. Es especial, it's special. It's close to the main city, San Juan. Half of my life I was in Canovanas, that's another city. It's more like rural. I had a good childhood. My parents, they worked really hard to have food in their fridge and take it to school and to sports and doing arts. We don't have any luxuries, but my mama raised me good. That's her phrase, and that's how everything started. Es mentiroso, ese hombre es mentiroso. Shout out to Olga Tañón. That's my mama's favorite singer. Es mentiroso, ese hombre es mentiroso. That song reminds me to my mom, my mother. My mom is really special for me. Mom, if you see this, a kiss for you. Every time that she take me to school, she always have that song like super loud. I raised with that. That's merengue, Merengue is that type of music, like tropical music. This song is about saying like, oh, he's a liar. My mom and my dad, they have their trouble, whatever. That song is, like feminist songs. That's the type of music she likes, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So I was raised with by strong women, with my sister too. I start dancing. Thanks to my dad. My dad is a musician. He played the guitar, and nació in Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. Then he went to Puerto Rico, and again, he was raised with all this oldies music, Elvis Presley, Prince, James Brown. He always was with his guitar, like after work, practicing, doing songs. He played the guitar in church too. I always was looking at him, as a role model. And he got this Elvis Presley's move, and he put the videos, and I always watch him. And I remember I was like 7 years old, and since then I always was dancing. Hound dog, hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, girl, crying all the time. That was one of my dad's favorite songs, so he always played that song, and I learned that song in the guitar. I imitated him dancing. My dad was a big fan of Elvis Presley. He taught me a lot of stuff about music. Thanks to him, I started, getting more in the music, and that song reminds me to the other important person in my life, my dad. The time goes, I start growing up. I start play football, soccer. I fell in love with that sport, and a coach, he was from Argentina. Su nombre es Romano. So he said, oh, you got talent, you should go to my practice sometimes. And he talked with my mom and all the stuff. I didn't have money to buy all the stuff, so he buy me the spikes and all the equipment. And I started playing football. I was like 7 years old or 8. Then I started, and I never stopped playing that since I was like 20, 21. I went to college, I played for the national team. Yeah, it was a fun moment in my life. I used to listen a lot of EDM songs and electronic music, house music, stuff like that. And there's one song, the Mortal Kombat song, the theme song. I always put that song before the game. And that was one game that I did a hat trick, and I scored with the head, one with my knee, and then a chilena. This is like almost like a backflip. And I did, and the game was like 4-3, and we won. I always have that song in my mind. It gives me a lot of energy. Music is magic, it can give you a lot of power. It can change the mood, and it's special. That song was pretty good. Still, when I listen to it nowadays, like I'm in the car, like vibing with it. Since I started growing up, reggaeton was like my main type of music. I'm a romantic guy. I will always have a romance story in my movie. I remember to play this song in specific. It's called Tu Príncipe by Daddy Yankee. I put that song when I walked to the classroom. When I went to college the first time, I put that song in my ears. That song reminds me the beginning of every change in life. Like you high school, then you graduate, you go to college. So it puts me in a mood like I was like a pretty boy. That's all in my head. Like I'm walking with my backpack and ¿cómo se dice el pasillo? For the hallway. I'm the hallway, like walking with that song. Si tú supieras que me pasa cada vez que te veo. I was more focused in the sports, like soccer. Then I went back to Puerto Rico, and I realized that sport wasn't for me. As a professional career, I was looking for other options, and the music was like in my head all the time. I started doing music when I was like 21, 22. I tried to do college, but something in me say like it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. In the middle of the class, I was writing songs. In my house, I was writing songs, doing songs in my head, I had a few contacts. In Puerto Rico, you can find more studios than school. There's a lot of music in Puerto Rico. I made Koya, that is nowadays my sound engineer. I tell him like, yo, I want to sing, and I was in a heartbreak moment. I was so mad. Like, yo, I'm gonna be someone. I was broke. Personal problems too. My life was like going down. All that combination give me energy to be someone, and I always have that thing in my mind that I wanna be a singer and a performer. And in that moment in life, something told me like, you should try it. And I work every day. I start touring. I went to a lot of cities, but it was this show, the Coca-Cola Fest in Mexico City. It was more than 50,000 people. I think 60,000 people in front of me, and I had a big show, prepared for them. In that moment, I dropped out Fantasías with Rauw. 60,000 people was singing that song, that hook, singing to your song that you wrote in the studio one day. And I stopped singing. I was like, what is this? It was unbelievable. I always get nervous before I go to stage, and I've been doing this for a few years already, and I practice a lot. The nerves stop once I touch the stage and I start singing. Everything, the nerves and the fears and everything, they go away. But before that, that waiting time, like before the show, is the worst. I get really, really anxious, and then once I'm in the stage, that I hear the people screaming and the music start, everything disappear, and I feel that I'm in control of everything. It's magic. It's magic. It's special. And that song in specific, I was with the Urba y Rome, Urbi Rome, in the studio in Santurce. They showed me the beat, and I was thinking about this song that reminds me a lot. It was Hold You by Egyptian. It's the melodies. That was 10 years ago. Now, what happened if we do it like a new song with that melodies, with the reggaeton mix on it, like a dancehall and reggaeton mix? So I wrote the song like in 15 minutes, like real quick. I was inspired. I got La Musa on fire, and I wrote that song, and it's a romantic song. It's for the ladies. It's a song that you can put it anywhere, and you're gonna dance. You're gonna sing it, specifically when you're in the club. And it was special. I think we did it with that song. We did it with that song. Top male generation. The award was amazing. It was my first award. I was nominated with other big artists too, and I wasn't thinking I was going to win. I was there. I was excited. I was kind of nervous when they say Rauw Alejandro. I was practicing what I was going to say if I win. Just in case, in my house. But I was in the front of the mic, and I forgot everything that I practiced. I forgot everything. I saw my mom real far. I cannot even explain. I start crying like what happened? Like what's in my mind? Like, yo, I'm crying. I was speechless, and I just say thank you, and then people start like, hey, giving me support. And in the middle, and then, like in the mind, I was like, yo, why you cry? You practiced the speech. Why you didn't say nothing? So it was funny, but it was really amazing for me, that moment, and yeah, it gives me a lot of motivation to continue, giving good music to the world and someday be a legend. El Efecto by Checho Corleone is the song that it makes me think about all my music. I'm a big fan of Chencho, Plan B. What is next in my movie? I'm nominated first time for the Latin Grammys. I feel blessed. My first album is coming up. I think my next soundtrack is in that album. I think my movie, this is kind of like a suspense. You don't know what's going to happen, but everything for good. I just want to be, successful in my career. I want to represent my country, Puerto Rico, my city, Carolina, and be a legend.